Hello everyone, welcome to Numeriq Learning. So in this series we are solving a lot of questions from the chapter Arithmetic Progression, that is the 5th chapter of class 10th. Yesterday in the previous video also we solved a lot of questions related to the nth term of an AP. So today let's solve a lot of questions related to sum of n terms of an AP, the middle term of an arithmetic progression and so on. The very first question of the day is, find the sum of first 20 terms of AP 1, 4, 7, 10, etc. So you have to remember a formula. Suppose you are given an AP. The given AP is 1, 4, 7, 10 and so on. The first 4 terms are given to you. So you can write the first term. A is equal to 1. What is the common difference? D is nothing but the second term minus the first term. So it's 4 minus 1, which is 3. If you know the first term and the common difference, you can calculate the sum of the first n terms using the formula n by 2 multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is a formula if you know the first term and the common difference. There is another formula if you know the first term and the last term, L. The formula is sum of the first n terms is equal to n by 2 into a plus L. So this formula is applicable only if you know the first term of the arithmetic progression and the last term of the AP sequence. If the first and last term is given to you, then you can calculate using the formula n by 2 into a plus L, where L is nothing but the last term. The last term of the sequence, which we also denote it with AN. Okay. So here in our question, we don't know the last term. It's an infinite arithmetic progression, but we know the first term and we calculated the common difference between the consecutive terms as well. So let's do it. You have to find out the sum of first 20 terms. So n is equal to 20 here. So the sum of the first 20 terms is equal to 20 by 2 divided 20 by 2 multiplied by 2 into a is 1 plus n is 20 minus 1 into d is 3. So 20 by 2 is 10 multiplied by 2 plus 19 multiplied by 3. So this is nothing but 10 multiplied by 2 plus 57. So 10 multiplied by 59, which is 590. So provided you know the first term and the common difference, you can calculate the sum of any n terms. So therefore, according to this question, the sum of the first 20 terms will be equal to 590, and that's your answer. Right? Sum of the first n terms. So remember this formula, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Let's move on to the second question. Yeah. If the nth term of an AP, how do you denote the nth term of an AP? It is denoted by AN. If the nth term of an AP, that is AN, is equal to, it's given by the expression 2n plus 1, you have to find the sum of the first n terms. This is what you have to calculate. So whenever you are given an expression for the nth term, you can generate the AP by replacing n as 1. So when n equal to 1, it's 2 into 1 plus 1, which is 2 plus 1, which is 3. What is A2? 2 into 2 plus 1. So 2 2s are 4 plus 1, which is 5. The third term, 2 into 3 plus 1. So 2 3s are 6 plus 1, 7. You can calculate the fourth term. So 2 into 4 plus 1, which is 9. So therefore, the AP is nothing but, what is your AP? According to the nth term expression, it is 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. Now from here you can calculate your first term. It's 3. What is your common difference? D is equal to 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. You know A, you know D. Now let us calculate what is the sum of the first n terms. What is the formula? N by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Do not touch your n because we don't know what is n. Is it the sum of 20, the first 20 terms, or is it the sum of first 5 terms, or is it the sum of first 100 terms? We don't know what is n. So let n remain as it is. So we'll just write n by 2 into, we can replace a with the first term, that is 3, plus n minus 1 into what is d? D is 2. So just simplify it. N by 2 multiplied by 6 plus 2n minus 2. So this is nothing but n by 2 multiplied by 6 minus 2 is 4 plus 2n. Take 2 common out. So n by 2, if you take 2 common out, what will you have? 2 plus n. So this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So the answer will be 2n plus n square. This will be your sum of the first n terms. This is the general expression for an AP which has got the first term is 3, the common difference is 2, and the nth term expression is given by 2n plus 1. For this specific arithmetic progression, we have calculated, first of all, using the nth term expression, we have calculated the first few terms by replacing n with 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have generated the first 4 terms of the AP. With this sequence, arithmetic sequence that we generated, using the nth term expression, we could calculate the first term and the common difference. And if you know the first term and the common difference, the sum of the first n terms can be calculated using the formula n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So by substituting the value of a and d alone, we have got the general expression for calculating the sum of the first n terms for this specific AP. Okay. So for any n term, for the sum of the first any n could be 10, n could be 20. If you have to calculate the sum of the first 100 terms, you just have to, if n is 100, just substitute in place of n as 100 and you'll be getting the sum of the first 100 terms. Right? That's the general expression. Let's move on to the next question. If m times the mth term of an AP is equal to n times the nth term, n times its nth term, and m is not equal to n, you have to show that m plus nth term of the AP is 0. Okay, so how do you write your nth term formula? Nth term. So nth term is denoted by an is equal to, what is the formula? A plus n minus 1 into d, where a is the first term and d is the common difference. A is the first term and d is the common difference. Similarly, what would be your formula for mth term? It will be am equal to a plus m minus 1 into d. Right? Now, what is it? M times the mth term. Let's write it. M times means m multiplied by am. So, this is what is m times the mth term of the AP is equal to n times the nth term. And you're also given that m is not equal to n. You have to show that. What do you have to show? To show a subscript mn, that is m plus nth term of the AP is equal to 0. So this is what you have to prove. So let's expand and prove it. So this is m multiplied by, what is the mth term formula? A plus m minus 1 into d is equal to n times nth term formula, a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? Let's open the bracket. So this is ma plus m minus 1 into, you can multiplying m inside, so it will be md is equal to na plus n minus 1 into nd. right? Again, let's expand it. So what would you be getting? You need to find m plus nth term is equal to 0. Let's bring all the terms to LHS. So you'll have MA minus NA plus M minus 1 into MD minus N minus 1 into ND is equal to 0. Right? Take A common out, you'll have M minus N. Plus, you can take D common out. So you have M minus 1 into M minus N minus 1 into N equal to 0. So I've just taken all the terms to one side and I'm taking A and D common. Now, A multiplied by M minus 1 will remain the same plus D multiplied by, now let's solve what's inside the square bracket within D. So this is M square minus M minus N, minus into minus is plus, minus N square plus N, right, equal to 0. Okay, so you have got this M square minus N square. Let's write it together. So you have A into M minus N plus D multiplied by M square minus N square minus M plus N. You are just rearranging the term. What is this M square minus N square? It is M plus N into M minus N. So let's expand it. A into M minus N plus D within square bracket. I'm going to expand it using A plus B into A minus B. Again, let's take minus common out. So it will be M minus N. If you take minus common out, M minus M plus N, if you take negative minus 1 common, it will become M minus N inside. Because again, say if you open it, minus M is correct. Minus into minus is plus N. This is also correct. Is equal to 0. This will be A into M minus N plus D multiplied by, in these two terms, what can you take common? You can take M minus N common. So what will you have? M plus N minus 1 will be inside. Correct? Equal to 0. Now again, from these two terms, you can take M minus N common out. So M minus N, if you take common out, what will be left? A plus D multiplied by M plus N minus 1 will be left, equal to 0. So you have taken M minus N common out, right? So what will you have? If you are taking this term alone, M0 divided by M minus 1 will become 0. So what we will be left with is just A plus M plus N minus 1 into D is equal to 0. If you are taking 0 to the right hand side, it will become. So this is of the form, what is it? So if you have to write a M plus Nth formula, what will it be? A plus N minus 1. So M plus N minus 1 into D, isn't it? So this is nothing but M plus Nth formula is A plus M plus N minus 1 into D is equal to 0. I hope you understood. So just like AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Similarly, what is AM? A plus M minus 1 into D. What is A subscript MN? It will be A plus M N minus 1 into D. So similarly, what will be A into M? A subscript M plus Nth term? It will be A plus M plus N minus 1 into D, and that is what we have got. Right? Hence proved. I hope you understood how you define your nth term of an AP. Similarly, mth term of an AP. This is nothing but m plus nth term of an AP. Let's move on to the next question. The question is, an AP consists of 50 terms, of which the third term is 12 and the last term is 106. Find the 29th term. So the total terms that you're given in the AP is 50. total terms is equal to 50, of which the third term is denoted by A3 is equal to 12. And the last term, what is the last term? It is denoted by A50. That's the last term. 50 terms are there, so the last term will be A50 will be equal to, what is it given? The 50th term. That's the last term is 106. So you can expand it using, what is the formula for nth term? It is A plus n minus 1 into D. So what is it for the third term? A3 equal to A plus n is 3. So 3 minus 1, that is 2D. Similarly, what is A50? It is A plus 49D. Right? I'm going to write it directly. A3, that is the third term, will be equal to A plus 2D is equal to 12. And A plus 49D is equal to 106. Now you have to solve these two linear equations. So we can subtract equation 2 minus equation 1. So A plus 49D is equal to 106, and you have A plus 2D is equal to 12. So when you are subtracting, you have to change the sign. Okay. So your plus A minus A would get cancelled. What is 49 minus 2? 47. D is equal to, so 6 minus 2 is 4, 94. Right? What is D equal to? D will be equal to 94 divided by 47. So what is 47 multiplied by 2? 2 sevens are 14, 2 fours are 8, plus 1, 9. So here D will be equal to 2. So D is equal to 2. What is D? It is a common difference. So let's put D equal to 2 in equation 1, and you can get A. So A plus 2 into D is 2 is equal to 12. I'm putting it in the first equation. In this equation, we are putting the value of D as 2. So A plus 4 is equal to 12. A is equal to 12 minus 4, which is equal to 8. So what was the question? What is the question asking? Find the 29th term. Right? Now you know your first term of the AP. First term of the AP, and D is nothing but the common difference of the AP. Common difference. So if you know A and D, you can definitely calculate the 29th term. So what is A29 is equal to A plus 28D. What is A? 8 plus 28 into D is 2. So let's calculate 8 plus 28 into 2. It's 56. 64, right? 829 will be 64. So therefore you can write down. Therefore the 29th term of the AP will be 64, and that's your answer. Okay. Let's do one more question and we can continue the remaining in the next video. Right? Yes. Find the middle term of the AP. You're given an AP which is 7, 13, 19 and 2 up to 241. You have to find the middle term of the AP. So here this is the last term which is denoted by AN. Right? The AP is 7, 13, 19 up to 241. So this is your A. Right? Your A is nothing but 7. What is your D? 13 minus 7, which is equal to 6. Let us calculate how many terms are there. Let's calculate your N. So we know AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Let's calculate N. AN is nothing but 241 is equal to A7 plus N minus 1 into D is 6. So when you expand it, solve it, 6N minus 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. Plus 6N is equal to 241. So 241 minus 1 is equal to 6N. 240 divided by 6 is equal to N. So N is equal to 40. Right? So you are getting the total. Therefore, the total terms total terms is nothing but 40. And 40 is an even number, right? So whenever the total terms is even, therefore their middle terms, there will be two middle terms. The middle terms will be, the first one is n by 2 term and n by 2 plus 1th term. These two will be the middle terms in case of even numbers. So what is n by 2? 20 by n is 40, right? Total n is 40. So 40 by 2, this will be one term, and then 40 by 2 plus 1 will be the other term. So 20th and the 21st term, these two are the middle terms of the AP. You have to find the middle terms. So let's calculate what is A20. It is A plus 19D. What is A? A is 7 plus 19 into what is D? It is 6. So 7 plus 9 6 are 54, 4, 5, it's 11, equal to, again, 121. So I'm getting the 20th term as 121, and the 21st term will be the 20th term plus D, isn't it? So I can easily calculate 121 plus what is D? It is 6, which is 127, right? So therefore you can just write. So these are the two middle terms. That's your answer. I hope it's clear. So that's all for today. We will continue the remaining questions in tomorrow's video. I hope you understood. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much, and keep practicing all of these questions. This is a very, very important chapter and it will definitely be very, very helpful to learn and practice these questions. See you all in another video tomorrow. Till then, take care. Happy learning. Thank you.